And a really good evening to everybody watching today at RLH Category 6 for the last race of the season and the game here at RLH. We are in Great Britain where it looks sunny and well, so C6 should be doing fine based on qualifying weather. Of course, we don't know how the weather is going to be in the race. We already see a car leaving. It will be Roosbeertje in the racing point for the first car going out on a lap, and he is followed by Kayleigh in the Williams, and I think one of the Ferraris, both Ferraris actually, are going out as well, as they are both on the medium tires. We also see Alfa Romeo and Renault, but for now we keep watch on Roosbeertje, who is the first driver to come in for a hot lap. C6 already has a champion. It was decided 2 races ago by Luke Vidiam in the Ferrari. He was an early championship winner with 309 points at the moment, and let's see if he can extend that points lead after tonight's race. As we are still on board with Roosbeertje, who's going through Maggots Packets now on the exits and going for the fast and long DRS zone here at Silverstone. Going here into the last corners, and then the ERS will open and the maximum amount of fuel will start as well. And let's see what Roosbeertje is gonna do here on his first hot lap. Already seen some great races this week in RLH. Yesterday we had a combined category race during for lack of attendance in C1 and 3. Oh, and that's Kayleigh out already. Can we have a view on that? And it's gonna be the Alfa Romeo. Can't see it. It does look like he went off. And turn 1. And that's a very unfortunate beginning for the Williams driver. Couldn't catch it on the stream, but he is back in pit lane and won't be qualifying this session, meaning he will start at the back. As we are on board with Roosbeertje, who's going for an amazing lap so far. Of course, purple sectors, as he is the first car on the grid to set a lap. He has a good fair gap as well, based on the drivers in front and back of him. And here he comes out of ERS though, but it's a 27.2, and that's a good first lap as we switch to the Haas driver, who is on the lap as well, Bellamy. And that's a 27.9, and that's a good lap from Bellamy as we see the Luca coming over the finish line, 30.1, and Dan on the softs at 31.5. So he will definitely be looking for an improvement, while Snitsy takes the pole position currently. Oh, and there comes Luke, our championship winner. Snitsy did an amazing lap on the soft tire with a 26.5. But Luke improves him by 0.2 and going for a 26.3. Let's see if we can catch another car coming up, and it's gonna be Stella Henk in the Red Bull here into the last corner over the line, and he's in P3 for the moment. The Mighty Frex is the next car in the Mercedes into the last corners here at Silverstone. The Merc will want to show what he can do, and it's a 26.9 on the soft tire. Neff coming out of the pit lane in the Alpha Tauri, and he will be the second to last car to make first lap. Double still decides to keep it in the pit lane for now, as there are quite some cars coming in. I think both Ferraris are going for another lap. They might as well be, since they are on the medium tires, of course. No, one of them going for the pit lane. Still on board with Neth in the AlphaTauri. Fast right-hander. Lifted a bit. Maybe a bit too much. But it's an outlap, so try to save tires. It's a smart choice. Opens the DRS. Into the few last corners now. And then he will start his hot run. In the meantime, Double still in the pit lane. A lot of cars joined the pit lane now, to be honest. As one of the Ferraris is still out, and I think that's gonna be Luca. Is he going in this round? He is, yes. On board with the AlphaTauri still. And one of the Red Bulls join as well. Neff taking a purple sector 1. This might be a promising lap. The Red Bull who joined will be Benny Mac, who called out he would have been a bit later in the race. As he joins our conversation in the chat as well. Welcome Benny to the stream and have a really good run, mate. I didn't see a purple sector 2 for Neff so far, but he's on the last sector now. Let's see if he can make it into top 5 at least, maybe. (26.7), and that's a P3 for the AlphaTauri here. That's a great lap, as we now switch to Double, the Haas, who is almost done with his outlap. Hopefully warmed up his tires nicely and will be going for a run. Let's keep an eye on him for a moment. Takes a good wide exit there, taking all traction he can. Same story in 3 and 4. DRS open, no curb on the outside, on the exit. Just a small bit of curb into this corners, which is a nice but not a fast exit though. Meets one of the Ferraris now, but he lets him pass easily. Nothing but respect from the drivers currently on track for this last race of the season. And of course we will be closing the game off after this race at RLH. Then we will be preparing for 2021, and that's a purple sector for the Haas. Is he gonna make it to do a top 5 finish as well? It would be a great situation for both the Haas, being at P7 and maybe inside the top 5 as well. It's a good line there, no curb. It's 27-2 and he joins his teammate on P7 and therefore makes Bellamy P8. As we now go to Benny Mac with the purple sector 1 in the Red Bull. Snitsy improved his time, 26.1. Luke improved his time, 25.3, and that's a big improvement based on the fact that on the P2 position. Luke definitely shows he's still not done winning. And what's the sector? 135. And that should not be a big number. But he can of course improve a lot of time in the last few corners. $27.5, that brings Benny Mac to P7, and that should be a fine first run. Now everybody set at the lap except for Kaylee, who was unfortunate and didn't finish, then invalidated his lap coming out of there. Maggots and Baggots. Also Rosebeach on an invalidation lap, so he won't be running this time. Kind of curious to the cars in top 5 at least. Luca, I want to see him as well, since he is one of the teammate of the championship leader and had quite some unlucky moments. 28.9, so he improved, but not enough. Gives him P10 still. See yellow flag as well, but it's just for Benny Mac. Driving slow, giving drivers who pass him a lot of space. On board with the mighty Frex in the Mercedes. Is he improving his time? No, he's 2.5 seconds off. Then we switch to Snelle Henk, who's on a lap as well. Oh, and he invalidated. One person we didn't see on camera yet is the McLaren of Infamous, who's on a run, and he invalidated in the second corner of Maggots and Baggots, and that's a really unfortunate moment there for him. Dan going out of the pit lane on the medium tires. Is he planning on something special? Maybe showing off a bit. See if he can make it. Well, I refresh my stream. Yes, thank you. Currently the board is looking very interesting. Luca still on the lap. He is improving big time. Just decided to switch to a car still on track. Win inside the lap, and Luca improved already with 9/10 of a second. And with 9/10 off, he will be going through a 26.9 if he can push it up a bit. Keeps taking a lot of the curb though. Don't think that's the fastest line you can take. Fuel light starting to burn. Still improving. Lost a lot of time. Still improving, but lost 9/10 of a second there. So he will be going in definitely. And there we go. Switch to Dan again. Infamous also out on the medium tires. Somehow, maybe the guys driving at the moment noticed that maybe the mediums feel a bit better on their setup and under their car. Of course, making it into the top 10 with medium tires will be giving you a big advantage. So let's hope he can keep his car fast and straight. Then of course had some really good races this season. And he's not improving, he's up for 2/10. Maybe you can do something in the last few corners. No. Completely off. Oh yeah, wait. He did improve. Big time even. 27.0. Oh yeah, of course. He was on a 31, I believe. And that's a great lap. That's an amazing lap. 27 flat. And that brings him up to P6. Going back to the racing point that we started on. And chat coming in as well. Lucas joined us in chat. One of our former C2 drivers. Good to know you're still with us, Lucas. Welcome. Yes, Rosebeach is now going for maggots and baguettes. On the exit, DRS open in now. And he's up 4/10. And that will make a lot of improvement so far. And he will jump straight into top 5. If he maybe can even cut a few tenths off in the last few corners. And there he goes, P3, and that's a big improvement for him. 7 tenths over the 7.5 tenths up. And that brings the racing point here to P3 with a 26.441. And now looking for the Ferrari of Luca. As I said earlier, had a few unlucky moments in the starting of the season. Got a bit of grass there and that will cost you a lot of time. Up by 100th of a second. But takes a good exit here, fast one. Seeing his teammate now, and his teammate will be on a lap as well. And I've been so focused on the cars, I even missed that the qualifying is almost over. Oh, and he invalidated. And he was up on time. That's such a shame for the Ferrari driver. Caught a bit of slipstream from his teammate, but he lost the time by an invalidation in the second corner of Maggots and Baggets as well. Still gonna finish though. Of course, doesn't want the rest of the... Oh, that would have been a great time. Yeah, at least he would have gone up a place to P9. Blami and Infamous at the back. Infamous tried for a lap on the mediums, but it didn't work out. So far now only Benny Mac, and he is just running slow. So this will be your qualifying standing. The grid formation for tonight's last race of F1 2020. Luke takes another pole position. Show outstanding driving again. Snitsy, amazing lap from him as well, taking P2, and Razorbeach joining in P3. Neff already as P4, and that makes an end to this qualifying. That were the first two starting rows. As we are now will now watch the last ones, and we have 5. We have Snelle Henk in a Red Bull, the Dutchman In 6 we have the Mighty Frex in a Mercedes. Then we have Dan and Benny Mac at 7 and 8. Then double and it's Luca taking the P9 and 10 with the Haas and a Ferrari. Bellamy taking P11 in the Haas, so he will definitely try to help his teammate out there by maybe pushing a bit on the Ferrari in front of him. Then Infamous on the McLaren. Both Haas drivers actually got 5 positions, so they will be starting at the back. That gives Kayleigh and Infamous a few places. Kayleigh jumping to P11 and Infamous to P10. Luca then takes a position as well. And that's a great one. At least it gives unfortunate, of course, for the Haas drivers, but great news for the guys in the back, especially for Kayleigh, who didn't get to set a lap. Okay, had a quick drink, ready for the race. It looks sunny again. Throw any predictions in chat when you have them, people. Personally, I will think Luke will take the win again, if he's lucky. Monza didn't work out well for him, but still he had almost all the pole position, I guess. Benny Mac giving it high and saying he will take P1. And if you take P1, Benny, I will shout my lungs out of my body. That will be an amazing race for you. Hoping to P6, well, that will be a great position as well, of course. Let's see the fitted tires. Kayleigh went for the mediums, then qualified for the mediums in P7. And Bellamy went for the hards. And just for a change, I will add lap data, but not telemetry, to give us a bit of a more view on the race. These are the fitted tires for the moment. And I will switch them off for now, until the pit stops will come in. On board with our championship winner and the pole position car for this race, Luke VDM. Didn't get the race weather predictions, by the way. But that even makes it more exciting, of course. Not knowing when if there is rain coming. So far it does look shiny and sunny, which is very fortunate for Britain. Most of the time it rains, so, or at least it's cloudy. But track conditions look good, and this can be meaning we have a wonderful and exciting race coming up. And for everybody just joined and tuning in, welcome to RLH Category 6 race here at a sunny Silverstone. Last race of the season, last race of F1 2020. Now, let's hope the game gives me a great view on the lights. No, they don't. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 lights on. And there we go, it's off here in Silverstone, Great Britain. And it does seem like Luke has a great start. So does Snitsy and Neff already in P3. Attacks Rosebeertje and got the position. Now, oh, and it's a big break there on one of the Red Bulls who tries the overtake. Oh, that's a big crash in the back. Big crash in the back, then went out of the race. And I do see a lot of cars having front wing damage as well. Kaylee seems to be fine. It's Luca missing an end plate. A bit more than an end plate, to be honest. Bellamy taking Infamous his position, giving Infamous his position back. And Double taking a 5 seconds penalty for a severe damage and collision with one of the other cars. Infamous missing more than just an end plate there. He can practically say he has no front wing left. Oh, and that's Double! Entire front wing on the back of Infamous. And now... oh, and that's Infamous! Taking out this front wing on Double. What's going on here? But the two guys in the back. What are these guys doing? Back to racing. I see some penalties already. Let's get them in. 5 seconds for Rosebeertje. 5 seconds for It's Luca. 5 seconds for Bellamy. 5 seconds for Infamous. And 10 seconds for Double already. And now I do want to know something. And that's what tires they are going to choose when they go for the pit lane. Stitzy is in. And so is Luke. I lost a bit. Oh, my tables are screwing up again. Yeah, my tables are definitely screwing up again. Neff is in P2. Stitzy went in. Rosebeertje is at P3 there back then, but he has a penalty. We see some tires coming in. Wait for the... Bellamy went for the hard. Snitsy went for the hard tires. Infamous went for the soft tires? Yeah, he went for the soft tires. Used ones. No, he didn't. No, yeah, he did for the soft tires. And Double going for the hards. Luca going for the mediums. Maybe expecting safety car. Well, my stables are still screwing up. As we are on board with Luke. I'm definitely looking for the action so far, but I don't have times. There we go. We have times, and that means that Neff is within a lot of... No, he's way further back than 4/10. Rosebeertje is still close on Neff though. Both Red Bulls still close to each other, and there comes the Mighty Frax as well in the Mercedes, showing he can push a lot of pressure on to the Red Bulls as well. Kaylee joining them in P7. He had to avoid a lot of contact to keep his car whole and in one piece, so he quite took some time off, but he's in P7 coming all the way from P11, so he will definitely be happy with the position so far. In the meantime, Mighty Frax on the tail of Snelle Henk. And excuse me for all the things happening. I didn't see the chats coming in. Ilko going for a shout out to Snelle Henk, and Spec going for Neff. Here we go, into the max bets, and this is not a point where you want to be right on the tail of the car in front of you. Kaylee took a 3 second, but Mighty Frax looks like a better exit here. And here he comes, ERS open! And let's just enable the telemetry. Way easier. And he had DRS and ERS, and he just overtook Snelle Henk on the long DRS zone, and that's a P5 for him currently. In the back we see some fighting going on as well. I think Infamous had a little slip moment as Double already overtook him and slammed in the gap of 2.6 seconds. Snelle Henk in the meantime still on the tail of the car who overtook him in the DRS zone. 3/10. There comes the DRS. Is it far enough? No, it isn't. And in the meantime, Kayleigh making a lot of progress on time, gaining time to the cars in front of him, as he is already within 2 seconds almost. Still big gaps at the moment. Let's see if we can actually find something special or exciting in our camera. Luke has an insane gap. Rosebridge actually not that far behind Neff. And he's showing he's willing to race the Alpha Tauri in front of him. Kayleigh lost some time again on the Red Bull in front of him, but still doing an amazing job on those medium tires. If he can keep his pace up, he will definitely can do something with undercut. No, undercut actually. But he will definitely be able to try something around with his pit stop strategy. Since he took up 3-second penalties on the hard tires. I don't know why he went in though. He seems to be having no damage so far. But I might have missed something. That could be something, definitely, for sure. Aslan taking a shout out and cheering for Snelle Henk as well, saying he can do better than P6. And to be honest, he's still on the tail. Within a second, he has his DRS sounds. Not at the moment, but he keeps it close. So he can do better, definitely. But don't underestimate the speed of the mighty Frax in the Mercedes here. Well, we go now on board with Benny Mac, knowing there's some viewers for him here, especially himself, saying he would have been taking P1 for a joke, of course. No, he's trying his best, trying to get his P6 in, and for now he's looking great at P4. Taking a way different line than the car in front of him though. And it does seem that he lost quite some time doing it. Rosebridge now outside of a second again. And this will definitely make things harder. Seeing Neff has an amazing pace, but look at the leader. He's already almost lapping a few cars. He's not that far behind his teammate as well, and getting really close to the McLaren and the Haas drivers. Called Double and Infamous. Might have want to lose that orange helmet though. After the match of Holland in the Euro Cup. But yeah, he's proud of being a Dutchie. He should. Rosebridge now closing in on Neff. No, losing time again. Closing in again. Losing time again. It's a bit swinging around. It's switching. He's within DRS range now, but he won't get it since the DRS zone meeting point was way earlier. He might be able to get it in, but it's gonna be a hard one. And so far, yeah, not a lot of things going on. There's just a big gaps between all the cars, and I want to make it exciting for you guys, but it's a hard thing at the moment. We do have three. Oh, bit of a lot of grass there from Benny Mac and a Red Bull, and his Mighty Frax definitely seen that. Maybe even gave him a little courage to push it a bit harder, see if Benny Mac can make a more mistakes like that and gain some time. Snelling lost a lot of time on his opponent in front of him in the Mercedes, and in the meantime Kayleigh is looking for time gaining on the car in front of him, but on the mediums he won't be able to at the moment, but he keeps it within a small 3.5 seconds, so that's a good thing. The mediums are definitely slower on this track. And in the back, yeah, not a lot of exciting moments going on, as Infamous now already gets blue flags. He might even getting Rosebeach to hold up a bit. Oh, and that's the Red Bull going in lap 7. Normally your soft tires would go at this point. This is the hard strategy, as we just seen, going soft hard, but if you can manage to get your tires to lap 11, maybe 12, you can easily do a soft medium stint. Lap 16 will be going for medium soft. Rosebeach slowing in the fastest sector 1. Might be pushing it since his pit lane is going for. We had 3 seconds for Kayleigh again in P6. For multiple warnings, which means extended track limits. Just still on board with the Racing Point, now closing in on the car in front of him, called the AlphaTauri of Nath, and he's going in. Maybe trying the undercut on the car in front of him, seeing if he can make it work. And there we have it, the medium stint pit strategy. Kayleigh on the mediums, now jumping to P5, 4 and 3. Let's see if he can make it a big gap on those medium tires. They're fresh, understand that. He started on fresh medium tires, so he won't have that much problems with a lot of tire wear at the moment. I'm guessing it will be around 20%, 25 tops. So yeah, he will definitely be looking for stepping that gas and see if he can slam in a big gap to make sure he overcuts a few cars in front of him. He's half a second off time though. Well, Benny Mac picks up a 3 second as well. Let's take a look at the penalties. These are the current penalties. Bellamy having 8 seconds already, and so does Double, so that doesn't look promising for the Haas. And here we go, lap 11 to 14, soft tires. At the moment, Kaylee is leading the race since Luke went in as well, going for the mediums. If Kaylee can extend his tires to lap 16, it will be having a big advantage. But of course, it's all about tire wear, and that's decided by track conditions and racing line, braking points. If you push hard, if you push slow. But for the moment, he is leading the race. Oh, and we see we just tuned in for a nice overtake on DRS by Benny Mac, who is now in P4, and Neff took a 3 second penalty there. Benny Mac had a really bad exit there though, had a bit of rear spin on the curb exit. And there goes Benny Mac again, a bit on the grass. Here we can see the closing in better. He did close in quite a lot, but definitely not enough. Luke already behind Kaylee again and coming in hot on the Williams. Kaylee, the only driver who's currently on the oldest tires, medium tires. Also Bellamy on the 11 lap hard tires. He will be trying to maybe take his tires to lap 20. Just guessing. 18, maybe 20. And see if he can make the soft stint work for a last run. DRS open, but the gap is too big also because Benny Mac gets a DRS on Bellamy in the Haas, in the short DRS zone, which gives you a big advantage on defense. Mighty Frex nowhere near at the moment to try and overtake. Benny Mac is, and looking for Bellamy any moment. Really closing in now, but so does Nath. Let's have a good look of here at the point of his car. Benny Mac keep cutting the grass there a bit with his left tire. Taking the overtake. And that gives him P3 for the moment. Which can be, of course, P2 if Kaylee decides to pit. Oh, and here comes Bellamy under the full pressure of Nath, who went on the outside, and that gives Nath P4 now at the moment. Bellamy really having disadvantage on that hard tire. Mighty Frex also coming in way more speed on the fresh mediums. Luke seeing Kaylee already in the far away in front of him, 1.9 at the moment already, and you can see the difference in speed of fresh mediums and old mediums for sure now. Kaylee having a gap of 12 seconds on P3, so I'm guessing he will definitely drop back to P5 when he goes for his pit stop. But P5 still, Bellamy has to pit again. But not that the Mighty Frex is pretty close there as well, so interesting to see what Kaylee's decision is going to be. now we join the battle for P3, which is gonna be P2 when the Williams pits. And it looks like Neff is gonna take it at the moment. No, Benny Mac taking some ERS there, keeping him behind, but he won't have DRS in the next zone. And he is low on ERS as well. Neff having almost 50% of it. Keeping it out of the dirty air. DRS open. Decides not to take slipstream, which is quite odd to me. Oh, and Benny Mac went a bit wide there. That gives Neff a really good exit. Side by side. Into third. Lost it. But Neff didn't make it. Now into Maggots and Baggots. On the exit, next DRS zone. Benny Mac having some grass there again. Neff having some grass. But now he's really close. There comes the attack. Launch, 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 launch. Outside line. Benny Mac defending inside line. And there he goes. Keeps his P3. And that gives Neff an opportunity to make his second attack on the Red Bull in front of him. Kele dropped to... Oh, and we have Rosebitch driving slow. What happened? He went off somehow. Missing a front wing. And he goes in, and so does Infamous. Yeah, he's on 11 laps with soft tires. So the Mighty Frex going in. This might even work for Kele at the moment, since Snitsy is on 12 lap old hard tires as well. Neff still behind the Red Bull, which he wants to overtake so bad. And seeing this fight, this gives Kele quite an advantage on time in P2 for the moment, because these two are definitely making and deciding. And we have a yellow flag again, and it's Infamous standing backwards on track. Oh, and watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh, that was so close. Luca coming up, and Infamous was still trying to get his car on track. Switching back though to oh, Bellamy got overtaken by Snelle Henk as well, but Snelle Henk now in P5 will definitely try to press that pedal onto the floor so he can help his teammate out, who's under the full pressure of Neff at the moment. Based on penalties, Neff will take the position anyway. Here he comes, outside line, next to each other. Late braking, still next to each other. Now Neff is in P3, he made it stick. But does Benny Mac have a better exit? No, he doesn't. See, he may picks up a 3-second again though. And he might have getting a 3-second himself as well. He definitely got a warning there. Well, let's get the position change for the moment. Kele jumped 9, but he still needs to pit. Then we have on board with Benny Mac, who jumped 4 positions. Bellamy currently 7 positions, but he still has to pit as well. Rosebitch lost 8. And Luke still having his pole position in the back. Bellamy keeps it within a second though on Snelle Henk, which gives him DRS. Quite some advantage on the fact that he has to defend. Excuse me. Currently guessing that Kele will have P4. Seeing he is 10 seconds in front of P4. And 10 seconds gap behind there as well, so maybe his strategies will work. Nav still under pressure though from the Red Bull. Only battle going on for the moment. Rosebridge, 3-second penalty. Oh, he's actually closing in again on double. How about tires there? Rosebridge, fresh mediums. Double 14 lap old hard tires. So Rosebridge will have this in the back. Oh, and now I need to switch to the back front again. Because I did see some position changing. But not for now. And here comes double on the DRS. Sorry, Rosebridge on the DRS. Oh, he cuts the grass and that gave him so much disadvantage. Neff overtook Kele. Yeah, of course. Kele in the pit lane. Snelle Henk now. P5. Kele going out. Kele P5. P5 still. Snitsy P6 now. And he has luck that Bellamy is going for the pit as well. But he's on fresh tires. Fresh soft tires. So he's only 7 seconds behind with 8 laps to go, and that will definitely help out. Definitely that will help out. Neff lost a lot of time on Benny Mac here, which means for now there won't be another racing moment. Rosebridge really closing in on double, and Luca going in 14 lap medium tires, which means he will go for the softs as well. On board with the Racing Point, who had such a good qualifying but so much bad luck in the start of the race. And seems to be having a hard time overtaking double. Should be fine now though. Good exit. DRS open. And still not. I know double used some overtake, but still Rosebridge fresh medium tires. Well, 2 laps all, but that's fresh enough. DRS open, using some ERS, better exit and no overtake. Double doing an amazing job to keep Rosebridge behind him. Having a great pace on those on the hard tires, but now Rosebridge closes in though. And that's a 3-second again for double, which gives him 12 for the moment, I believe. 11. Everybody on track got penalties except for Luke. Oh, and it's Infamous standing backwards again. Into the grass, and it doesn't seem he had damage. He does get the P2 behind him now though, Penny Mac. Switching, oh, Snitsy actually closing in on Snelle Henk. 17 laps on his hard tires, and he has an amazing pace. Oh, Neff going off! Neff going wide into the grass, and oh, having a lot of trouble, and that's a podium position gone. Oh no, into the wall, and that's damage. Just front wing damage, critical damage. Kele going to jump P5 now. Neff lost his podium by this moment. A lot of front wing damage, and there goes Snitsy, overtook Snelle Henk on those hard tires. 17 lap olds, and he has an amazing pace here. Snelle Henk still within, way within a second though, on the Red Bull in front of him, and he will definitely be looking for redemption on the Renault. Luca retired from session. Oh, and that's out. He's out. He's into the wall. Oh no, Luca. Exit of Maggots and Baggots. Left side. Oh, and that's Snitsy. What was he doing? Probably Delta. And it's a safety car. It's a safety car. And that means all the cars gone in for the soft tires last lap. It made such a lot of luck. Snelle Henk staying out though. Snitsy going in. Luke couldn't go for the pit lane because he was already passed. Benny Mac, soft tires. Kayleigh going in, but he's not fresh. He's on 1 lap old soft tires. Why would you go in? Snitsy still standing still though. Snelle Henk P2 at the moment, but he's on mediums. Luke Luke will definitely get it. No, he won't get a free pit stop here. He was already past the pit lane, and that definitely screwed things up for him. Kayleigh still gotta go for the new fresh soft tires. I would have just stay on them. 1 lap in. Infamous, ignoring yellow flags, 5-second time penalty. Luckily for Nev though. Oh, and Infamous is disqualified from session. Lucky for Nev though, that this caused a safety car. Well, not what happened to him, but what happened to Luca caused a safety car, and that gave Nev a free pit stop for his front wing. But it was so sad for Luca. He had a really unlucky race, and yeah, of course you go in. Oh, Snelle Henk probably stayed out to don't want a double stack. But I think he could have made it. He could easily made it. Benny Mac now leading the race. The Red Bull's leading the race here, and the cars. Let's see where Luke is gonna drop back to. Snitsy will overtake him, definitely. It's such a long pit lane, man. So boring as well. There goes Mighty Frax, that's P4. And that's P5. And that's P5. P5 and 6. For the 1 and 2 of the race. Luke could make the pit lane when safety car came out, and Snelle Henk probably wouldn't try to double stack it. Well, this is a exciting moment. It's gonna be a sprint race for the last, guessing, 3 laps, 3, maybe 2. Seeing Rose Beach and Double are still way back. I do think this is gonna be quite a long safety car. But we'll see. Luke is very safe, of course. No penalties at all. He has no penalties. And based on penalties, it looks quite good for a lot of... No, not that good for a lot of drivers. Bellamy will drop back quite a lot. And the rest, yeah. Mighty Frax will jump a few places. Neff and Rosebeach could jump a few places as well, if they keep it within the amount of time. As we now switch to the onboard of our leader of the pack. Onboard, I said, thank you. on board of the leader of the pack, who's going to be doing another lap of safety car, and that should mean 2 laps sprint race. And even though he was joking, Benny Mac has a really good shot on the P1 position here. Although Snitsy had an amazing pace on those hard tires, so he will definitely have a great pace on the mediums as well, on the soft tires as well. But I think he should be proud of the fact that he made an amazing call, and a lot of luck as well, of course. Now, seeing that the leader of the race couldn't pit at the moment the safety car came out. And there we have it, full pack, 10 cars left, 3 cars out. It's Luca, Dan and Infamous who got disqualified. Dan didn't make a full lap. He went 2 corners, 3 corners, and then was gone by a big crash in the first lap. And now it's going to be an exciting sprint race. Looks a bit like the race we seen in Baku of F1 this season in real life. But we don't have a restart, we just have a safety car restart. Not a full restart. Safety car in this lap. And let's see what Benny Mac is gonna decide on the restart. Is he gonna go early? Is he gonna go late? He's gonna surprise the cars in the back of him. He did surprise Snitsy, and that's a good gap so far. And there we have it. We are racing again, and it looks like quite a restart. Everybody seems to be going out safe. Benny Mac made a good call. 1.2 seconds already. You see some fighting? Is it some fighting in the back? No. I don't know where to look at the moment, but we'll look at the championship winner, Luke, who is already 1/10 behind Bellamy on the softs, and doesn't want to risk it in this corner. Oh, he does. No, he doesn't. No, don't do it here. No, exactly, don't do it here. On the exit. Good exit here. ERS open. And there he goes. P4 for the Ferrari. Kayleigh really close on Selahank though. Selahank was looking amazing for a podium position. Kayleigh, no ERS left though. And there comes Neff on the inside. It's a late break. He goes deep. And that definitely was a move where Kayleigh really needed to watch his nose. See if we can find something in the back. No, but Sitsi 2.1 second, and based on penalties, it won't be enough for the moment. Here comes Luke for the P3 position. That guy, man, he has like a freaking rocket ship behind that guy, that car. It's insane. Might he be going for... No, no, exit, exit. Yeah, good. Here he comes. Both cars on ERS though. It's the yellow flag. It's Neff! Again! Lost a piece of front wing again. This is definitely not his race. Definitely not his race. Kele overtook on Bellamy. And that gives him P6 and he's out of ERS again. DRS enabled. Snitsy doing a great job keeping it within 3 seconds on Benny Mac, who is in P1 for the moment. Benny Mac definitely needs to try something out now to see if that gap can be improved. If he takes it to 3 seconds plus, he will take the win of the Great Britain race. And there's Luke, P3. He's gonna win this race. He's gonna win this race. He's within 4 seconds on the cars in front of him. And since he has 3, Benny Mac has 9. Benny Mac will take P3, which is a good prediction, because he predicted 3 places up again. He predicted he's at P6. And Snitzy's and a good race as well. Oh, and that's a Kele for a time penalty for Kele as well. 9 seconds though, but he will jump. He will jump place. He will go to P6. But definitely winner of the race will be Luke, seeing he has no penalties. And there we go. Oh wow, he dropped back quite far. Mighty Frax actually took the position away. P2 for Mighty Frax, and that's the race finish. Waiting for the last cars now, and that's the end of the season and the end of F1 2020, the game. We got Luke at P1 taking another win, the Mighty Frax in the Mercedes on P2, and Snitsy getting P3. And yeah, Benny, you were so close to your first podium, man. Really unfortunate, but amazing race. Congrats on you. Bellamy taking driver of the day. And there we have our podium. Ferrari, Mercedes and a Renault. That closes tonight's race. And that closes this season for RLH. And that closes the game for RLH as well. Everybody, thank you for tuning in while we watch the board for one last time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for having me as commentator, and thanks to all the guys on track this great season. Have a great evening, you all, and hopefully you enjoyed this season as much as I did. As I said, great evening, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.